Welcome to this Sunday's Gospel Reflection. I hope you have all enjoyed a happy and holy Easter. As the saying goes, there is no such thing as a free lunch in life. And yet another saying complements this one. It says, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Yes, as living creatures, we are constantly hungry, not just for a piece of bread, but most of all, we are hungry for being able to eat it in peace. Bread and peace are twin sisters. Without peace, all the bread in the world has no meaning. But without bread, all the peace in the world cannot keep us alive. And the reason is simple. We are spirits, souls, living in a body. Or, if you like, we are bodies that cannot be fully alive without a spirit, a soul. Just like the egg and the chicken. No egg, no chicken. We have just celebrated Easter. But what is Easter? It's all about life, real life. In the popular folklore, it's all about eggs, but with a difference. An egg contains a budding life, whereas Easter is the joy of the fullness of life. It's all about life, the whole, complete, total life for which we have been created by God, including the shell, that is part and parcel of the chick. The sign of Jesus' resurrection is the empty tomb. The good women went to the tomb of Jesus to pay homage, but also to anoint, to embalm the body of Jesus, his shell. But they found no shell. Unlike the hatching chick, Jesus did not leave an empty shell behind him. He just left behind him some burial linen. But him they did not find, says the Gospel, because he was fully alive. Not just because no shell could contain him anymore, but because he became a new life, chick and shell included. Life is life when it embraces, welcomes, and takes upon itself all that is and all that can be, body and spirit, past and future, here and now. Life is, as St. Paul puts it to the Corinthians, in Christ, God becomes everything in everyone. This is the total, universal communion where everything, everyone is included. As St. Luke puts it in the first reading from the Acts of the Apostles, the community of believers was of one heart, one mind, and no one claimed that any of his possessions was his own, but they had everything in common. There was no needy person among them. For those who owned property or houses would tell them, bring the proceeds of the sale, put them at the feet of the apostles, and they were distributed to each according to their needs. This is what Mother Teresa called so often love in action. This is the incarnation of God, who is love. This is the resurrection of Jesus in body and spirit. This is a whole, complete, all inclusive love that does not stop at feelings, neither does it stop at good intentions, but it becomes reality through actions and a concrete commitment to our brothers and sisters. Love is life, total, committed, lived through real actions. The living Jesus left no remains behind him in the tomb, no bones, no dust, no relics to kiss or to venerate. He only left an empty tomb to be filled by a love that cannot be contained by any tomb, any temple, any custom, or obligation, or holy desires, because life is uncontainable. Life is an open ended, infinite reality. The only way to have life is to give it freely, lovingly. Only then will we experience the peace of the risen Jesus. It is only when we put our love into action that we receive this ultimate gift that we are also thirsty for, peace. The risen Jesus was not happy just to appear to his disciples. He asked them for something to eat. Yes, food. Glorious food, as Oliver calls it in the musical. Yes, glorious food is so much part of Easter. Whether it comes as a chocolate egg, a figola, or Easter family lunch, food is life. But what is life without a loving companionship, without a sense of belonging to what we call family? The disciples recognized Jesus at the breaking of the bread. But the moment he asked them for something to eat, they must have surely remembered his words. Man lives not by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God. And the only words that can ever come out of God's heart and God's mouth are, I love you. That's how he created us, to be body and spirit, human and divine, poor sinners destined to become saints. So every time you sit down for lunch, first turn your head to see who is sitting next to you. Say hello. Make sure his plate, her plate, are as full as yours. Then your heart will know what life is all about and what peace is all about. Don't be afraid to pay the full price. Then dig in. The proof of the pudding is in the eating.